So you can say create new. It will ask you to upload some of the resource. You are having a PDF with you, some short PDF also, maybe 5, 7, 10 pages, or the full one. Full sizes. Sizes. It should not be very large so that it should not take much of the time to get loaded. Okay, not an issue. Upload that. Whatever the resource you are having, upload that. Upload the book. Uploading. You can even enable Google Drive to this. Okay, you can enable the Google Drive for this. That is also one of the options which is available. But I will not advise that, because what will happen? Google will have all the access to your Google Drive docs with your permission. Although Google is having all the rights. Hope you have heard of the judgment that has come out from the Europe yesterday or day before yesterday. 314 million, I think. That was the, you can say, fine imposed upon Google for getting the data of the users when their phone was not in use at all. The phone was idle, but still the Google was using the data, personal data from the phone without consent. Okay, uploaded. Now I've already created something. So I uploaded the book Computer System Architecture by M. Morris Mano. That was the book uploaded. Now this is the summary that it is providing, that okay, the book name is this one, Digital Logic and Design. This is the summary of that particular book. So it says, this collection of excerpts offers a comprehensive overview of computer system architecture, which is well said. Okay, one paragraph only. Now, mind map. Hope you are able to see this option. Mind map. Please click on it. You will see the mind map being generated towards the bottom right corner. For example, I am saying that, and it has started working for this. Here it is. The mind map is getting generated. Got generated? It will take time because it has to analyze the complete book. And you will see the beauty of that mind map. How beautiful it is. It will give you the complete summary of the book in just one slide. Just have a look onto it. Rupinder ma'am, hope you have got the mind map generated. Yes or no? So I've got it generated. This is the mind map. So it says computer system architecture. Then these are the things in computer system architecture. Can you see? It has summarized nearly all the chapters. Now out of these chapters, let's go for basic computer organization and design. So that means the second step. So when you will click over here, it will further take it, that the subtopics within the chapter. Now out of that, for example, we want to learn about computer registers. So it says, okay, these are the registers. It will not stop over here. When you say, okay, accumulator, now it is a link, a reference. When you will click over here, now it will get into the book. So can you see? Now it has started working on the accumulator register. So it has defined that in the context of CSA, accumulator is this, and so on. So now it is defining the accumulator clearly. So can you see? It is giving the references also. Not only the book, it is providing you the references also, that okay, this is where and so on. Is it good? Have you created the mind map? I'm coming to check it whether you created or not. Haji ma'am, got it?
Generating.
Generating, still generating. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ, ਵਧੀਆ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਸਾਰੇ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨਾ? ਕਿਸੇ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਸਭ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਸਾਰਾ, ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਫਿਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਫਰਦਰ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੱਧਰ ਆ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ, ਗॉट इट? Wow, good. So when you will click over it, it will take you the summary. Anyone still having any doubt? So that's why the very first line in the PPT was a user-friendly generative AI. So do you think it is user-friendly? You can easily get to know about all the things in the book, that what all the chapters are there. Acha. Oh, that's great. Even I tried to do one more thing with this, that I put up 2 resources or 3 resources, that is the papers, research papers, to generate a review of those research papers, and easily it summarized and put up the references to that, which particular title, which particular point from where. So it can help you very easily to generate the literature review also. You want to write a review paper, you can easily use this tool. But I will say one thing only, that we should not use it blindly. For that I can even show you one more example, that 2-3 days ago I was working on one of the document. It was APH, Application Process Handbook for AICT. And that there are so many tables and so on. Then after uploading the book, I asked, can you provide me the student-teacher ratio for the AICT process handbook? Then it provided me the data. But when I tried to correlate the data with the book, actually with the PDF actually, what was happening? In that there were some more rows. It summarized it and calculated a little different. So I will not recommend this for data analysis. You cannot directly use the Chat GPT, Gemini or Notebook LM for data analysis. The chances are very high that it will give you incorrect data too. Any questions on this Notebook LM? You can use it easily. Now one more feature of it. It provides you something called as audio overview. Audio overview. Can you see this one? I've already generated this audio overview. If you want to generate so here it is. It will say deep dive. It is there, the deep dive. When you will click on deep dive, it will give you the audio for that particular book, audio conversation for the book. Now let's try this one. So this is something that we're talking about, that it will convert this book, or you can say the topic, into a conversation between 2 people. So here the 2 persons are having conversation.
Moments about, well, the invisible world powering your devices. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So we talk all the time about digital this, digital that. When you strip it all back, what does digital actually mean for how a computer works?
Well, at its absolute core, digital just means information is represented by variables that have a limited number of distinct values, separate values.
Okay, distinct values.
So this is how it, you can say, generates a conversation out of that book. Then there is one more feature called as interactive mode. What happens in this interactive mode? It is just like that the 2 people are discussing, some sort of conclave is going on, then there is somebody who's asking a question. So in between, if you want to jump in, that you want to ask a question to the, you can say, the persons who are talking about the topic, so you can jump in and then ask your question, and it will start answering your question too. But it is, again, as you can see, that interactive mode is beta, so it is not working today. Otherwise you just need to say join. So here you will ask the question, but today I don't know that why it is not responding. Any question about this tool? Easy? Now another one is there, which is called as AI Studio. Hope you know about it, the AI Studio. AI Studio. So one of the thing about it is you can directly start talking to it. And even you can control that, what kind of voice you want. You can control what kind of voice you want. Okay, so that is again available over here. A very simple tool, just like a Gemini, you can say, the Google Assistant we are using, that a voice assisted one, so it is something similar. But very interesting if you are having a lot of questions about something. So you can keep on asking, it will keep on responding, then you can keep on discussing about it. Any questions? So this is the only new tool which I came across, and I wanted you all to know about it. Then now again, moving back to the PPT. The second one I want to discuss is the Google Calendar. How many of you face this problem that you have said something to a person that okay, we'll meet at this particular day at this particular time, and so that may be for a professional engagement or so, and then you forget about it. Many a times it happens. Many times we stay, you can say we get busy into some other task and the primary task gets forgotten. It happens. Why? Because we don't have any sort of assistant who can remind us that yes, this was supposed to be done by this time, or it is coming up, and so on. Earlier we used to put up the reminders, the birthday reminders and so on in Google Calendars, but now I'm not doing it. I don't know why, and I think majority of the people are not doing it. So if we are that lazy that we are not putting up our someone known's birthday into a reminder, into a calendar, who will put up the meeting? No one. But it is very interesting, very useful. So I'm telling you about the Google Calendar now. Hope you are using Google Meet. Whenever somebody sends you an invite, then you say yes. There are three options, na? Yes, no, maybe. When you will say yes, what will happen? It will automatically get into your calendar. That at whichever email ID you have received the invite, when you will say yes, it will get into your calendar. And then you may get a reminder also. It is something similar, nothing much is there. So you can add events in calendar, you can put up the reminder emails, not only one, you can put up multiple reminder emails. That before 10 days of the event, before 5 days of the event, in the morning, even you can say before 1 hour. You can do that also. You can put up the guests. For example, if it is an event for 5 or 7 different people who want to meet physically or virtually, so you can put up the guest list also, that these are the guests who should come for this particular meeting or for this particular event. Then you can, the very big thing is it keeps you on track, that you are getting the reminder that the deadline is approaching. Okay, now let's move towards the calendar. Hope you all are very much familiar with this, the calendar. So on this side you will get all the calendars. For example, these all are the calendars which were shared with me. Majority of them are at City University. If I'll use mine, that is my personal email ID, it will be something different. So you are getting all the calendars, but over here I've said only this one that associated with my email, not rest of the calendars. Majority of these calendars are Google Classrooms. With classroom IDs, the calendar gets associated. So over here it is showing me that okay, at 2 p.m. on Monday 30th of June it was research writing. Then on every 1st of July I have to send one sheet regarding faculty attendance to one of the offices. Then it says at 2 p.m. there is an induction program. It was last week. Then it says CSE IT faculty can, or you can say better aware of it. That is FDP, CTGI. Many of you have forgotten it. Forgotten? But I put up a reminder over here. From 8th till 12th, it will be there. So it is keeping me on track that yes, it is something that is going to happen. Then same way I put up that okay, at 3:15 there is an online interaction, at 3:30 there is a meeting, again tomorrow there is an online interview which is being scheduled. So everything is here. Now let's see how to create this. So you just need to go to create. You can create an event or task. Let's say create an event. Here will be your title, that this is the event I want to create. Let's say we're creating an event named test. In this event, when it is scheduled, so let's say it is scheduled for tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. I want to see that, okay, I want to get some sort of reminder for that. Is it a repeating event or not? You can say daily, weekly, and so on. Then you want to add some guest. So let's say I'm adding Mr. Jaskaran Singh. So he will get an invite for that. So you can see these two are the persons over here. You want to add this one, you can create the Google Meet link too. So when you will say more options, here it says that what kind of notification, what kind of reminder you want. You want an email or you want a notification. You want an email or a notification. These notifications are very much visible in your phones. Phone notifications. It will start popping up that, okay, you are having a meeting scheduled. The calendar notification will be there. Then over here you can say, okay, I want an email when, maybe a day before. Then you can say add another one, again an email 10 hours before it. You can create another notification. So you can put up multiple reminders for the same event. You can put up multiple reminders for the same event so that you should not forget about it. That's what happens. The deadline is there. The deadline is there. So when the deadline is there, so you should be, you can say, reminded after some times. So this is one of the features which could be used as a task management system for yourself. That this is one of the tasks that I have assigned or I am being assigned. These are the 4 members in it, and these are the steps. By after, you can say, 2 days, this thing should be done. After 3 days, third step should be done, and so on. So you can keep a check onto it. Any questions about it? It's a very easy one, huh? Calendar, you just need to manage it. So here are the guests for this particular event, and then you can add some sort of description if you want to add something. Good? Okay, now the last one, but not the least one, my all-time favorite topic that comes about, the basics of MS Excel, which everyone needs, but majority of the time we don't try it. We're very much comfortable with MS Word by putting up the tables or having a calculator aside so that we can do the calculation, then punch in the data. But we don't use the powers of Excel. So again, I'm not going to go into a very advanced version of Excel. I will go with the very simple things only. So now let's shift to it. Okay, so we'll discuss some of these formulas, but before that, let's get familiarized with what an Excel is. Starting with the Home tab, you are aware about these things. Now, paste and paste special. Hope you are aware about paste special. Should latecomers get attendance or not? No? So I've copied the data. Now let's try to paste it over here. When you will say paste, there are so many options which are available. If you'll keep on moving, you will be able to see a lot of things over there. Can you see one of the thing is there that is called as transpose. With just single click, you can convert whole of the data. Rows to columns and columns to rows. Hope you all have studied matrices. In there, one of the topic was transpose of a matrix. This is what the transpose is. With just one single click, you can find the transpose of the data. It is paste special. One of the problems that we face is that whenever there is some sort of formula, let's apply one formula over here, is equal to sum of the range. Okay, this is the sum of the range. Then I'm trying to say what? I'm trying to copy this data into a new sheet. Okay. I'm trying to copy this sum into a new sheet. Can you see it is giving me the reference error? This is an error. Reference. What is the reason behind this error? Very easy. Because I haven't copied the data. I've copied the result of a formula. And for that result, it needs data also. The references. Are those references available in the sheet? No, it is not available. So it is said it is an error. So how to resolve this? I want the data. So how to resolve it? So what you need to do is paste special, and in that you need to say values. This is what the paste special is, that multiple options for pasting the data from one place to another place. Paste special. You can do the transpose of the data, you can just get the formulas from the data, you can get the data, you can get the formatting only. So many options are available. Now, moving forward, sorting option. We want to sort this data. So how to sort? How to sort? The very first thing is, when you want to sort, whole of the data should be selected. If you will select the 3 columns only or the 4 columns only, it will sort this. Rest of the data will not get sorted and the integrity of the data will be lost. So for that, you need to select whole of the data. There are multiple options for sorting, but I use this one. Custom sort. Custom means as per your choice. Are you aware that how the merit lists are made? For example, somebody is looking for admission in CSE branch and the number of seats are 30 only, so the candidates are 300. How the merit will be made? The chances are there that because of your entrance examination, your rank might be, you can say your marks might be same. So how to find that which one goes higher in the rank, which one goes lower? What is the formula? Anyone? Based on the name? No. Merit, that's why we say merit. Merit is not on the basis of name. No. Which marks? Entrance examination marks are same.
After the point,
33.52. Both have scored the same. 33.52. How to find which one will go upper in the rank?
so with the help of unique ID,
Maybe not.
previous result and plus.
Rightly said. The previous result. They are checking your qualification. First is your entrance examination, then it comes to the marks in +2, then it comes to the marks in 10th. Because if we'll say with the name, that may not be a qualification. है ना? The one whose name is with A is not, doesn't mean that is better qualified. Somebody's name with Z doesn't mean least qualified. So it comes with the merit. Merit, that's why they ask you for the marks in 10th, marks in 12th, your entrance examination and so on. At the end they calculate it. So how to do that? Because if we'll say the total marks, if we want to sort it on the basis of total marks, then only one level sorting will be there. But when you want to sort on the basis of total, then on the basis of, if the marks are same, on the basis of previous marks, that is +2 or 10th, then you need to say sorting at level 1, at level 2, at level 3. So in this data, if you can see it, program is there, batch is there, roll number is there. Now I want to sort this data that the students of batch 2021 should be there. then the students of 22 batch should be there, then the students of 23 batch should be there. And I want within the batch the students should be as per their roll number. So I need to do it at 2 levels. So let's do it, that how to do it. So the first level of sorting should be, now one of the important features, my data has headers. If you will click on it, the first row will be relaxed from the selection. It will act as your heading. So I want the sorting by batch. Within the batch, I want sorting to be by the roll number. Is it okay? So how to do it? You just need to click on add level. Another level gets added. First level is batch. Within the batch it should be roll number wise. So here it is 24, 23, 22, 21, 24 again. So when I will click on OK, so it says batch 21. Within that batch, first is roll number 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 27, 34, 38. Then again it comes 3, but the batch is different. So it is a technique of grouping only. Group of batch 21, group of batch 22, group of batch 23, and within that group we have done the sorting on the basis of roll numbers. Multi-level sorting. Many times it is one of the application, it is a need. So this is the way you can do it. Custom sort it is called as. Now, all of you might have made the internals in the previous semester. There might be some students who might be falling below 10 because you have given the marks out of 25. There might be certain students falling below 10, 40% of the marks for the passing. So how you can find out that how many students are falling below, or who are the students falling below 10? How you can do it? How you can do it? Filter. You can apply the filter. Or what you can do is, this is the data. So you can go to home. Under home there is something called as conditional formatting. Under conditional formatting you can say highlight the cells where the value is less than 10. Okay, let's say this value is 8, got highlighted. With just few clicks you are able to see that who all are the students who are falling below a level. Same way you can say who are falling above the level. Sometimes there is a mistake na, that out of 25 you might have given 27. Had it happened? Typing error? So it had happened, na? Jasmeet ma'am? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, na? Okay, so you want to see that who all are the students or the candidates who are above the level or above the range. So again over here you can say if there is any student whose marks are greater than 25. But again you can see both are getting in the same color. So you can select the color also. So yellows are above the range, pink are below the range. Conditional formatting. Very simple. You can have a visual very easily that these are the students who are above the range or these are the students who are below the range. Same way you can check equal also. Now next is data filtration. You want to filter some particular set of students only. Like Pradeep sir is asking again and again the students who are failing and who have to appear in the summer term and something like that. So how to find it out? How to find it out that who all are the students who were not there, whose attendance was less than 75% or as per the set criteria, and they were not allowed to appear in the examination. So for that you need to generate a list of those students. How to generate? By filtering the data on the basis of certain condition. One of the ways, visual inspection. Then you can say, let's say this is the attendance.
So you can apply a filter. In this filter, we are able to see all these numbers. So from here you can say,
let's say this is the attendance, and let's say it is the percentage only, although it is the number of lectures. Let's convert it. Is equals to this cell, let's say out of 50. So this is the percentage. So this is the percentage of the students. Let's reapply the filter. Now here you can simply say unselect these students, because these are above the range. This is your filtration. So these are the students who are falling below 75% attendance. That means these are detained. But there are certain chances that while selecting it, while deselecting it, by chance I wasn't able to deselect this. Even a student with 86% is in the detainees list. So how to avoid this error? How to avoid? So you are having something called as a number filter. In the filter, you are having something called as number filter. So you can even select range, that is between this range, or you can select greater than or lesser than. In this range, if someone is less than 75, should be selected. Is it okay? Easy? Chances of error are lesser in this case. That is, you can put up a number filter also, that if the number is below this, if the number is above this, just like conditional formatting, over there it was highlighting the cells, here it is selecting those cells wherever the criteria matches. So it is one of the number filters. Now some of the formulas that we are discussing, these are the formulas. Many times these formulas are already placed. So let me show you over here in this particular sheet. Say if I am selecting this, can you see at the bottom, although it is very small in size and I won't be able to so can you see these numbers? So it says average is this much, count is this much, numerical count is this, minimum is 0, max is 5, and the sum is 66. So all the data is there. If you want to add, remove something, that option is also available. You want something to be removed, like for example, here it says the taskbar should show average, should not show average, should show count, should not show count, whatever you want to have it. You can select or deselect. Otherwise, writing the formulas is also very easy. Writing the formula is also very easy. So what do you want? What kind of formula you want? So how many of you take 3 assignments and select best 2? How many of you take 3 assignments from the students and select the best 2? Nearly all. How do you select it? By having a visual inspection. Cell number 1, cell number 2, cell number 3. Out of that you are selecting. Out of these 3, these are the 2 best ones. Okay, great. Let's see this how it works. Let's say I have to figure out the first 2 CAs out of 5. What I will do is equals to large in this array, comma 1. So what it will give me? The first largest. Out of this, 4 is the maximum. Then I want to see the second largest because I need to select best 2. So what I will say is equals to large, again the same range, comma 2, second best. Got it? Now Done. Within I think 1 second we were able to find out the best 2 out of 5. If you will do it manually, it will take a lot of time, and again the error might be there, because we get tired when we are looking towards the numbers. That's why I'm saying that the Excel, and again I'm not saying I don't want anybody to get an expert of advanced Excel. Just try to know about the basic things of an Excel, the things which you are using in your day-to-day life. Okay, so it was large. Same way, you want to see the small. So what you can see, what you can do, small, then the range, comma, 1. First smallest. So I hope you have got the formula, that what the formula is. The formula says large, then it is a range, then it is the kth value, that which you can say larger number, first larger, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So very easy, only 2 arguments are there. First is the range, second is the which number you want. This used to be one of the, you can say, questions in practicals for RDBMS, Viva question, that there will be a, you can say, table which will be having the salaries of employees. Then it will be asked, find the second largest salary in this. Have you ever came across this question? Find the second largest salary. So for finding the second largest, you should know the first largest first. So it is a sub-query. This question was used to teach the sub-queries, that you are writing one query, its result will be treated as a parameter for the second query, that find the first, then go to the second. So over here there is a formula for that, large. Same way the formula is there called small. Okay, now next formula. So we are done large and the small. Now let's go with upper and the lower. So in MS Word we are having something called as that sentence case, upper case, lower case, capitalize each word, something similar, but in Excel we don't have that. In Excel what we have is upper. So upper, this data, bracket close, it got converted, the case got converted. So it has gone to be upper. Now same way, what to do the lower? So it is the lower case now. You don't need not to type it again and again. So you can simply say upper and lower. It will automatically convert the case. Then COUNTIF. Do you know about the COUNTIF? Jaskaran sir knows it very well. So here in this range, that which starts from J3 and goes till J39, I want to count COUNTIF J3 colon J39. So what I want to count? I want to count the instances of 5. I want to count how many times 5 occurred in this data. COUNTIF, then the range, comma, the value you want to search. Then whether this value occurs in this list or not, and if yes, how many times. If it doesn't, it will give you a 0 value. If it occurs, it will give you the number of instances it occurred. This is COUNTIF. Same way, the next formula, average you all know is equal to average, then sum also is equal to sum, then you will provide the range. These are the formulas. Now again talking about this data. Okay, let me open the second sheet. Now if you can see in this data, the course name as well as course codes are combined within single column, within single cell. But whenever we talk about data, atomicity should be there. Atomicity means the kind of smaller the data it can be, it will be better, because on smaller data you can apply more operations. When it is combined, operations might be lesser. So if you want to divide this particular data, let's say I'm picking this much data only, pasting it. Now you want to divide this data, that you want the course name and the course code separate. You want the course name and the course code separate. What you have to do is select the data, then go to the data tab. In that there is one option called text to columns. Text to columns. Click over here. Then it will ask you that what kind of delimiter you want to use, or you want to use it as fixed one. Let's say the delimited by something. So what is it? How your data is delimited? Whether it is delimited with a tab space, with a semicolon, comma, space, or other. In our case, there is a slash. So I've said that okay, slash is there. Then I say fixed. Data got divided. So as you can see, after that slash we're having the subject code, course code. So course name and the course code got separated with just 2 or 3 clicks only. You want to see it once again? This is the data, but you need to see that how your data is delimited. What is something that divides the data into 2 parts? What divides the data into 2 parts? In our case, it is a slash, which divides the data into 2 parts. So we'll put up a delimiter on a slash. So again, select the data, go to data tab. Under that, there is something called as text to columns. Just select it. Then say your data is delimited by some character. Then it will ask you which character. It will ask you which character it is being divided by. So our data is divided by slash. So we'll say slash. Then we'll say finish. After finish, your data got divided into parts. Text to columns. Because it was a text. I will not say it was data. I will say text. Data, I will say atomic values only. And remember one thing, always try to put up the data as atomic values only. Address is one of the biggest problem, biggest challenge. Sometimes we write address as your name, your father's son of, and so on. Then you will say, okay, street number, locality, then even the district as well as the state into a single row. You can't perform any sort of operation on it. If you have stored the data in this way, can you find out the data that who all are there from Punjab? Who all are there from Ludhiana? No, it won't be, because it is being treated as a sentence. You cannot do any sort of filtration within sentences. But if it is stored as the house number, street number, then the locality, then the city, then state. You can easily say filter on state, who all are from Punjab. Filter on city, who all are from Ludhiana. This is where the concept of database comes in. Asset property. Asset it was called as atomicity, one of the features, atomic values. More the atomic values are there, better the operations could be. Okay, so we'll try to wrap it up. If you are having certain questions, you can ask. Now, one more thing is, let's say this is the size of, this is the width of a column that you are having. You cannot increase this width, but you want to manage within this width only. What will happen if you will increase the width? What will happen? It will go on to multiple pages horizontally. Can you attach more pages horizontally? but you can attach more pages vertically, that you can say print 1, page 2, page 3, and so on. So for that, what you can do is, you can use a very simple option called wrap text. Can you see? The data got wrapped. So again, wrap text. So it hadn't increased the cell width, but it increased the cell height. Height got increased with the height. The vertical, you can say, orientation, or it will get increased. That you can say more number of pages vertically, but not horizontally. So this is one of the feature which is being used whenever you are printing the data. You can do this. Okay, so we have discussed about the conditional formatting. We discussed about text to format, text to columns. Now I would like to shift to this particular sheet called report. So in this report, I am having approximately 43,044 entries. These many rows are there. I want to do some sort of analysis. Which sheet is it? Anybody who can recall it? It is last semester's ERP report. Lecture scheduled versus held report it is. That these many lectures were scheduled and these many were held. That means whether teacher marked the attendance or not. In this, there is a parameter called student attendance marked status, marked or pending. Now I want to analyze this data, that who all are the teachers, from which department they are, who are not marking the attendance or whose attendance is pending. For that, there is one feature, and now I'm moving little advanced, but it is not that advanced, very easy to use, called as pivot table. Sometimes it is called as pivot table also, pivot table also. You can say it is the US and the British accent only, nothing else is this. Okay, so for that you need to go to Insert tab, click on Pivot Tables. It will ask you to insert it somewhere, so I will say I prefer to go on a new sheet. So here the pivot table is, here are the selections. So here it is showing me all the fields. Remember one thing, if in your data any of the field name is missing, for example here it says the field names, the headings. If one of the field name is missing, you will not be able to apply the pivot table. It will give you an error by saying that okay, there is something wrong in the data, there is a proper name for the error also, but it will not let you apply, because the filtration and pivot is done on the basis of headings only. So now we are going to apply the pivot. So what pivot you want? Generally we were applying the pivot as the department should come into row. So it has already, you can say, figured out what all departments are there in the city university. So all the departments are there. Within the department, I want to know which faculty it is. So under department, I will put up the faculty, that is the employee. Then what I want the student attendance marked status, whether it was marked or not. What were the two statuses? Pending or marked? So now I have put it into the column. So first column will give me marked, second will give me not marked. So can you see the data, the table has got set. So it says the department, within that department the name of the teacher and the status of the attendance, marked or pending. Now I just need to put up the values, whether it was marked or pending. If marked, how many times? If pending, how many times? So for that, what we need to do is, we want the sum, the values. Values of which field? Whether student attendance was marked or not. Done. Data filtration is done. So the pivot table got applied. So it is showing me that there were a total of 43,043 lectures which were planned, and out of those planned, 42,844 lectures attendance was marked, and for 199 attendance was not marked. Is it good? So from this report, which was having 43,000 something rows, we have just generated this data, which is giving you a clear picture that in which department. So which department you want to see? Anybody from fashion department is there? Okay, so it says in fashion department these teachers were there who were having these many lectures planned, and they have marked all the attendance. Nothing is pending. And even if you want to see that what all lectures were planned, you just need to click over here. It will give you the complete data. That if you want to see, let's say, mechanical engineering, so in mechanical engineering, out of 937 lectures marked, 936 were, out of 937 planned, 936 were delivered, 1 is pending. You want to know which one is pending? Just double click on it. Okay, so it is the data. This is how the pivot table works. Any questions, anybody, related to the pivot tables?
CFC also, sir.
Again, it is 1. IBM. Okay, so this is how you can visualize, how you can inspect the data. It is a very good tool. Pivot tables. Any questions, anybody? Anything else regarding the Excel you want to discuss, which comes into your day-to-day life? Believe me that when I was a student, I never bothered about MS Office. Never. Even writing a document was difficult. But when I entered into the, you can say, teaching world, then the very first thing was making the assessment sheet for students. And when you are making the assessment sheet where there are 7 to 8 parameters and you need to manage the marks, it is one of the most difficult things. Then I started learning about Excel. And even I'm not saying I'm an expert in Excel. I can handle the things. That's it. I know how to handle these 2, 3, 4 things, or if it is not, just Google it. You will easily find the solution. The only thing is you should have a will that, okay, you want to do it. And remember one thing, if you will be able to handle that problem once and you will learn it, then for the future it will be easy. But if you're trying to manage it, that with the help of a calculator you are adding the numbers, multiplying it, dividing, every time you will do the same. And it is a wastage of time only, nothing else. With that, I will, you can say, take a pause over here. That's all from my side. Any question, you are most welcome. Thank you all.
Have any words, because really it's a very wonderful session that we all have attended. I think nobody can say it's a boring session. Really, it's a very insightful and interesting session that we got a lot of information from you. Thank you so much.